running down the aisle and he tripped over some books. He fell down and hit his head on the seat. Hard. Then he didn't move. He just lay there on the floor of the bus.
That sounds serious. Is Jack all right?
Well, when he didn't get up, the bus driver called an ambulance. They came and took Jack to the hospital. The hospital! And you know what? The teacher had just talked about bus safety and not running in the aisle.
When you ride the school bus, you need to follow the rules, just like you do here at school. That means you need to follow all of the safety procedures and show respect for the bus driver, the bus itself, and all of the equipment on it. The bus driver has to watch traffic and take charge of all the kids on the bus. It's a big job. The bus driver needs your help to keep everyone safe. How would you like to be a school bus driver? It isn't easy. Wait for the school bus in a safe place. Don't step off the curb until the driver opens the door. Then get on the bus in single file. There should be just one person on the steps at a time. Your school bus driver is a responsible adult who has special training and likes helping kids. Driving the bus is a very important job. Your school bus driver trusts you to be a good rider and to do your part to help keep everybody safe. Once in a while, you may have a substitute driver. You need to follow the rules with every bus driver you have. If you could be a school bus driver for just one day, you'd understand the problems your bus driver has every day, twice a day. The bus driver watches all the children in the large overhead mirror to see that everyone is following the safety rules. The bus also has several cameras that record what is happening on the bus. Making noise and moving around in the bus make it difficult for the driver to concentrate on driving. It needs to be quiet enough for the driver to hear the traffic noise. A quiet bus can help prevent accidents and keep you safe. It's also important to stay seated and to face the front at all times. Don't stand, turn around, or walk in the aisle when the bus is moving.
Kids, you've got to stay in your seats. And keep the aisle clear. No feet, backpacks, or lunch boxes. Somebody could get hurt. Somebody already has. Remember Jack? I never throw things in the bus. There's too little space here, and I have to keep all my attention on traffic. I have to hear police cars and ambulances, so I can pull the bus over and get out of their way. And if a car pulls out in front of the bus, I may have to stop suddenly. Katie, leave that window alone. They're that way for safety reasons. And remember what your teacher said. Never stick your arm or head out the window, and never throw things out the window. If you don't follow these rules, you could be given a bus ticket or even lose your bus riding privileges. We're coming to a railroad crossing. Let's see. First I turn on the warning lights, and then I stop the bus so I can look out and make sure there aren't any trains coming. Then I open the door and window so that I can hear if a train is coming. No trains, so it's safe to drive across the tracks. We're coming to the next stop. I'm turning on the flashing warning lights to tell drivers that they have to stop for the school bus. I set the brakes and put the bus in neutral gear so there is no chance of the bus moving suddenly. The bus driver has to do this every time the bus is stopped to let children on or off. All the cars are stopped for the school bus. Okay, wait until the bus is stopped and it's your turn to get out of your seat and get off. Be sure to take all of your belongings with you when you get off the bus. And don't push the kids in front of you. Somebody could get hurt. And always use a handrail when walking down the bus steps. The last step is a long way down.
And this is really important. When you get off the bus, move away from it onto the sidewalk or driveway. Don't play beside the bus or go into one of the school bus danger zones. Remember what the teacher told us. When you're standing outside the school bus, all the orange areas are danger zones because these are the places where the bus driver can't see you. And that can be dangerous because the driver can start the bus without knowing where you are and you could be seriously hurt. I have to be able to see where you are all the time, and I have to watch for cars. Just stay where you can see the bus driver and you'll be safe. If you can touch the bus, you're too close. And if you drop things in front of the bus or under the bus, don't even think of going after them while the bus is stopped. Let the bus driver know what you dropped. The bus driver will turn off the bus and get it for you. If you have to get to the other side of the street, always cross in front of the bus so I can see you. When the bus stops, I extend the crossing gate so that you can't get too close to the bus. Remember, this is the most dangerous zone. You should cross well in front of the crossing gate and outside the danger zone. Look at me and wait until I signal with my hand for you to cross the street. And also, look in both directions before crossing the street. Even with all of us checking the street, a driver might try to pass the bus when he or she shouldn't. Remember that you should always trust the bus driver and obey the driver's instructions at all times. It's always important to follow the safety rules, but it's especially important to be careful during the snow season. Snowbanks can pile up high and make it harder to see oncoming cars. And because snow is slippery, it's easier to fall down. So when there's snow on the ground, it's extra important to stay away from the danger zones around the school bus. You wouldn't want to slip and fall under the bus wheels. I wait until the children cross the street. When all the kids are safely on the other side, I close the door. Then I check the rear view mirror to make sure everyone is seated and quiet. Then we continue on the route.
Not bad for a first-time bus driver, huh?
Oh, one other thing. You're used to getting on and off the bus through the door in the front, but in case of an emergency, there are other ways to get out of the bus. Have you noticed the door at the rear of the school bus? That's the emergency door. It's there for emergency evacuation and hardly ever used. If the front of the door is blocked for some reason, the emergency door is another way to get out. And when the door is pushed open far enough, it stays in place so it's easy to get out. Never try to close the emergency door once it's open. There are no steps at the emergency door, so when you use it, you'll have to jump to the ground. There will be students standing beside the door to help you. Once you're on the ground, you need to get away from the bus. You should move about 3 bus lengths away from the bus and stay together in a group in a safe place off the roadway. In addition to the 2 doors, there are other ways to exit the bus in an emergency. The side windows open to become exits, and there are 2 roof hatches that can be used in certain kinds of emergencies. Chances are you'll never see the windows and hatches used as exits, but it's good to know they're there if you need them. Each bus is equipped with a first aid kit which the driver can use to treat minor injuries in an emergency. Your bus driver and the school patrol are trained to make your trip to and from school as safe as possible, and that's why it's important to do whatever the patrol kids and the bus driver tell you to do at all times.
Hey, there's Jack!
I thought he would have to stay in the hospital. I'm glad he didn't have to.
Uh-oh, we're coming to my stop. Who's going to drive the bus the rest of the way? I
Angie! Angie! It's your stop.
I know. I must have been asleep.
Remember to go straight home before you play with your friends. You don't want your parents to worry.
You know, driving a school bus isn't an easy job. There's a lot to think about. We can make the bus driver's job easier by doing our job, following the rules. We need to work together to keep everyone safe. And always remember, riding the bus is a privilege. A privilege you can lose if you don't follow the rules.
Angie, how would you like to drive the school bus? I feel like I already have.